Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 8 latest defense updates. Number 1, Tejas Mk2 frontal RCS is healthier. India's ambitious Tejas Mk2 program has taken a major leap forward in stealth technology, according to Dr. V. Madhusudan Rao, the project director of the Mk2 program at the Aeronautical Development Agency. In a recent statement, Rao revealed that the frontal radar cross section, that is RCS, of the Tejas Mk2 is just 1/4 that of its predecessor, the Tejas Mk1, marking a substantial improvement in the aircraft's ability to evade radar detection. If the Tejas Mk1 has a frontal RCS of x square meter, the Tejas Mk2 achieves an RCS of its just 1/4 of x, he explained. This reduction is a testament of the meticulous design overall undertaken by the ADA and its partner, including HAL. The Mk2 incorporates radar absorbent materials, composite heavy construction making up 90% of its surface area, and redesigned airframe features like twisted air intake ducts and close coupled canards, all aimed at minimizing the radar signature from the front. While the aircraft is not a full stealth fighter. Next, boosting vintage fleet with potential Hawker Hunter restoration. The IAF is embarking on an ambitious project to revive its collection of vintage aircraft, aiming to bring back to life some of the historic planes that have graced its skies. Currently, the IAF's vintage fleet include the Havilland Tiger Moth and the Harvard Trainer, both of which have rich histories within the force. Now there is a buzz about potentially adding another legendary aircraft to this collection, the Hawker Hunter. Dakota DC-3 Hurricane and Spitfire aircraft, which have been part of IAF's history, are slated for restoration. The Dakota DC-3, known for its versatility in transport and numerous military roles, the Hurricane, a formidable fighter from WW2, that is World War II, and the Spitfire, renowned for its speed and agility, are set to be brought back to flying displays, showcasing India's aviation heritage. Next, LHDs as UAV carriers in the Navy. The Indian Navy stands at a pivotal juncture where embracing the landing helicopter dog, that is LHD program, could significantly augment its operational capabilities, particularly with an eye on future warfare that increasingly involves unmanned aerial vehicles. The Navy should prioritize the development of acquisition of LHD tailored for UAV operations. Next, developing in laser designation pods, that is pods, for Tejas fighter. In a significant stride towards enhancing India's defense capabilities and reducing dependency on foreign technology, the DRDO has announced plans to develop its own laser designation pod, LDP, for the Tejas Mk1A and Mk2 fighter jets. This move comes at a time when India heavily relies on Israeli supplied lightning targeting pods to meet its needs. Talks with IAF on specifications and technical requirements, more or less, have been over, and soon developed is set to begin. IAF has demanded some next-gen features so that it can be used on 4.5 gen fighters as well as 5th gen fighters in near future. Next, Kaveri Derivative Engine, that is KDE for Ghatak. India's pursuit of self-reliance in aerospace technology has taken a significant step forward with the development of the Kaveri derivative engine for the Ghatak stealth unmanned combat aerial vehicle. A notable feature of this engine is its 75% commonality with the Kaveri afterburner engine, a design choice that promises to streamline development, reduces costs, and accelerate India's indigenous defense capabilities. This advancement, spearheaded by the Gas Turbine Research Establishment under the DRDO, underscores a strategic evolution of the long-standing Kaveri engine program. The KDA is a non-afterburning variant of the Kaveri engine, specially engineered to power the Ghatak UCAV, a 1310 stealth platform designed for deep strike missions in contested airspace. With a dry thrust output of approximately 49 to 51 kN, the KDA meets the power requirements of this unmanned system, where endurance and infrared signatures reduction take precedence over the raw thrust needed for manned fighters. Next, MKU's Kavro Doma 360 ballistic helmet. Kanpur-based MKU Limited has achieved a significant milestone with its Kavro Doma 360, a cutting-edge ballistic helmet, how officially is inducted into services with the Indian Army. According to company officials, the helmet is also undergoing trials abroad, though specific details about these international evolutions remain undisclosed. Unveiled initially at Millipois, Paris 2023 and showcased again at Aero India 2025, the Kavro Doma 360 has garnered attention for its advanced protective capabilities and innovative design, positioning India as a rising force in global defense manufacturing. The Kavro Doma 360 sets a new standard in India's in-head protection, engineered to withstand some of the most common and lethal rifle rounds in modern warfare. Next, the integration of jet turbine engines in UAVs. In a landmark move for India's defense sector, DG Propulsion has signed a strategic agreement with Bharat Dynamics Limited to collaborate on cutting-edge jet turbine engines. The partnership will focus on developing propulsion system for loitering munition, high-speed unmanned aerial vehicles, and other advanced applications, marking a significant step towards bolstering India's indigenous defense capabilities. Next, Indian Army Chief in France. Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, received a warm welcome from India's Ambassador Sanjeev Singla in Paris ahead of the former interaction with his French counterpart over bilateral defense cooperation and global security challenges, an official said here on Monday. General Dwivedi's visit from February 24 to 27 aims to strengthen the military collaboration between India and France, an engagement that comes close to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's recent visit to France, where he co-chaired the AI Action Summit in Paris. Thank you.